I've attended the March for Life 2 times, both trips to Washington D.C. for the March for Life I attended with my daughter and her classmates. The first trip was the year we got stranded on the Philadelphia Turnpike, and that was an eventful trip for many different reasons. Then the second trip, which was a beautiful march, which included a rally, beautiful weather, and interaction with students from across the globe. The Holy Spirit knows what He's doing, and He stepped in and filled their hearts with the love of their fellow students, the love of the trip, and it's an experience that these kids, when they're done, are not the same. Those students that did not initially want to be there or admit that they wanted to be there, they gave some of the most inspirational talks after the trip was over about how their experience and the people they met on that trip from around the country or around the world really made a difference in their lives and their attitudes towards this issue. I found both events to be very impactful and important to my faith journey, as well as my conviction to preserve life at all costs.
If somebody asked me if they should go, I'd say definitely, because it's a trip that will change your life and you will never forget it. You're walking through the cold, and just to prove that babies should have the right to life, and it just shows everybody that it's worth it.
Hi, my name is Mary Kate. I am 22 years old, and I have been on the March for Life 3 times now. 2 of which I went during my high school career, and then the second I actually went as a chaperone. So the experiences together were 2 very different things, but I enjoyed both of them equally. Well, I actually grew up in a family, and I have 8 siblings. So thinking about somebody not wanting one of my siblings, to me, is just an experience that is painful. Like, I don't know what I would do without each one of them. And for me, just it's knowing that there are thousands of people in the world that I never can know just because this exists, the abortion exists, it kills me sometimes. Like, there's so many friends that I could have had, there's so many more experiences, we could have had so many great leaders. And I guess that is what impacts me the most, just knowing that we're missing out on so many amazing lives because of one selfish act.
My name is Jeff Perrick. 2018 will be my 9th March. And the reason I go back so much is obviously our world can be very dark at times. We saw most recently with the Las Vegas incident, and seeing all the young people out there and seeing all the just the pro-life people and seeing that there's so many around the country, it just energizes me, and I feel like I really need that to kind of start off my year and to kind of give me a more positive attitude, which I need. I think the real important issue is the issue of life is universal. I mean, it's all faiths and creeds. I mean, it's obviously a huge Christian issue for, you know, Catholics, non-Catholics, but also for other denominations. And as I see out there, there's a lot of very secular people. There's Feminists for Life. There's a lot of other groups, and I think it all calls us together. It's protecting our society and building a society that we want to live in, where life is protected. It seems, I mean, obviously the safest place for a baby should be in his or her mother's womb. And we want to try to instill that both in law, but more importantly in people's hearts. And so it is a universal call, and I think that's what I see, and seeing from people all over the country, and again, all denominations, that really empowers me to know that we can make a difference in this country and return it back to, at least on the issue of life, to its glory. And I really think that is a universal call, and getting involved and going in the march can help you do that.
I just went because it was something I knew I could put on my resume, and it was just an experience that I thought I should just check off as a pro-lifer. But I really got a sense of joy and peace from everyone that I was around. Even though it was such a massive crowd, there was a lot of peace and a lot of joy in everyone's heart, and it was really inspiring to see that in a movement that everyone attacks for being hateful. I was not ready for that, and it was really special to me. The march is not just like a one-time thing. You don't go to the march and walk away from it saying, that was great, I'll come back next year. The march is, okay, I came here, I'm inspired by all of these people marching, now I'm gonna go home and see what I can do about it in my home state, in my community, see what I can do to promote life at home as well as nationally in the country.
Every life matters, even those who are unborn, and they deserve as much respect as any other person, even if they can't voice it out themselves. So us as the people who are on the march are pretty much standing up for what they can't say. We're all creatures of God after all, right? There's certain things I guess society tries to push towards people, whether it be abortion or other laws, I guess. And it made me realize even people who came before us, people who are older than us, knew like there's certain things that even if people say you should do, that you definitely shouldn't do, that you shouldn't be pressured by society or anyone else to do what is contrary to your beliefs.